Guys, how is it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this and wherever you are in the world. So this is going to be a couple of astrology notes, and then we're going to get into the Libra October reading and the Scorpio October reading for 2023. All readings that I'm doing are timeless, all right? So whenever you see it, hopefully there is a message here for you. So it could be, a couple months in the future, a couple months in the past, or where you are currently. Again, it is a general reading meant for multiple people, all right? So it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc., all that stuff. So I just want to double check that our sound is okay before we get into it real deeply here. So let me just pull up. Okay, so sound is good. That's important because during the Mercury retrograde I definitely had lots of sound issues, so always good to make sure that that is working properly. All right, so yes, it's a timeless reading, and we talked about what the general reading may cover, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into the astrology notes that's general for everybody here in October coming up. So I am doing this video a little bit earlier than I normally do, just because I have some things. I'm going to be out of town and at a Renaissance fair towards the end of the month. So I just wanted to make sure that I had time and the correct energy to get these readings done ahead of time, okay? So yeah, so we'll do a sound bell here before we get started, and then again get into the astrology notes. I did want to say that I will be putting in timestamps for people later who may just want the Libra reading, or who just want the Scorpio reading, or who just want to find where the astrology notes are. So after this live is done, I will be putting those in the description box below. All right. So yes, let's go ahead and do our sound bell here real quickly and then get started. So yeah, if you're sensitive to sound, maybe a little bit loud for a few moments, all right, if you're listening with headphones or something like that. But this is a great point for me and for you to tap into our body, to take a couple of deep breaths, and to just breathe, that kind of thing. All right, so here we go. And we're just going to say that this is for Libra and the astrology notes. All right. Put this over here just so you guys can see the table a little bit more clearly. For people that are new or haven't been here in a while or just coming back, welcome to everyone, of course, right? But I do take a picture of all the cards for each zodiac reading, and then I upload it after for some people who want to see all the cards together in one kind of picture, or just more up close and detail. Of course, I'll be bringing them to the screen, but I will be providing that later as well. I just wanted to say that. All right, so let's see what we have going on here for the October general astrology notes for everyone here. All right, so we do have coming up in October, we have from October 4th through the 28th is really when we're going to have these different astrology placements happening. Okay, so we start with the first one on October 4th is Mercury is going to be entering into Libra. Okay, so we will be of course by this time already in Libra season. We'll be officially in Libra during, I think it's September 23rd, so in a couple of days from now when I'm filming this, okay? But Mercury is our communication and the way that we communicate, right? So it's going to be entering into air sign Libra, so there could be more you know, things that we're communicating relating to beauty, justice, or balance themes. It doesn't have to be, but again, coming out of that Mercury retrograde, when Mercury was going backwards in the slowed speed, right? Now, I'm filming this on the 21st of September. We've started to leave some of the Mercury retrograde shadow. So even though it went direct on September 15th, some people could still be feeling it slowly kind of now going forward again. Okay, so when we had that Mercury retrograde, especially Mercury being the ruler of Virgo, one of the it also rules Gemini, but official ruler of Virgo during Virgo season, you know, that was like interesting to say the least, right, for some people. But again, now when Mercury is going to be entering into Libra during Libra season, more towards, again, October 4th, just specifically for the date, because Libra starts on September 23rd, like I said before. But we already have, again, Mercury kind of going direct and coming out of its shadow. So it does look like some really nice energies moving forward, okay? So then on October 6th, we have a last quarter moon. And then on October 8th, we're talking about Venus is going to be entering into Virgo. So Venus rules, you know, love, beauty again. Venus is the ruler of Libra during Libra season, but it's always a sign, you know, behind the current season, right? So it's going to be entering into Virgo. But the important thing was Venus was also in retrograde for some time, and it went direct on September 3rd, okay? So yeah, we're just kind of saying that when we talk about Venus, we're also talking about love, beauty, balance, justice, harmony, okay, all of those things. So when it enters into Earth sign Virgo, there can be more grounding with those themes, or more stability, or more of the air and the earth coming together. So that looks really nice as well. And then we're talking about, you know, all these retrogrades that were happening before, and now planets going direct. So that fits in perfectly for coming up on October 10th. We have Pluto is now going direct as well. Okay, so Pluto rules the underworld. It's all about transformation and truth, right? Bringing things to light. We talk about Pluto, sometimes we talk about Pisces energy and the moon card in the tarot, right? And bringing, well, the moon in kind of the high priestess for Pisces energy, but bringing desires and secrets to light, okay, can really start to happen after October 10th when Pluto goes direct, okay? So that is very nice. It also can talk about having the ability to talk about our needs and getting our needs met. Again, secrets, desires coming to light, okay? Now we have on October 12th, Mars is going to be entering into Scorpio. So Mars rules Aries energy, right? It's the planet, or known as the planet of war and a kind of aggression kind of energies, but that's more like the low vibrational frequency of Mars. There is the high vibe frequency of Mars as well, which is again Aries energy, first sign of the zodiac. So entrepreneurship, leadership qualities, getting things done, standing on one's own, all that good stuff too, okay? So when it's going to be that fiery Mars energy, it's going to be entering into water sign Scorpio. So at this point, we haven't got to Scorpio season yet because we're still talking about October 12th, right? But it is bringing more of this kind of cooler down, again, Scorpio can talk about secrets, bringing things to light, but with Mars, it can be that there is more of a calmer energy, that water Scorpio energy cooling down a little bit of that fire Aries energy. So it is a nice mix, okay? So there can be Scorpio themes around kind of Mars energy as well, like talking about entrepreneurship, leadership qualities, confidence, getting things done, go-getter energy, all of that stuff, okay? But let's keep going because we have a few more things to mention here as well. We could talk forever there if we wanted. But the really key dates, if you wanted to write these down if you weren't already aware, or if it's something you just like confirming because you already knew, but on October 14th and October 28th, we do have some important things coming up. So the first one is on October 14th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, okay? So when we talk about new moons, it's a really great time for some people to do the manifestations for planting the seeds. It's when the moon is in that kind of C shape and it's more smaller, and then it's going to eventually grow to the full moon, okay? But with this new moon solar eclipse in particular happening in Libra, and it depends of course on where you have Libra in your chart, right? Because we all have it somewhere, even if you don't see the word Libra, it could be the house of Libra. But it can really be about like committing to our personal goals. Again, manifestations when the moon is smallest so that it can grow, but also personal goals that can talk about the positive aspects of Libra, or the higher vibrational frequencies of Libra. So again, kind of justice, balance, beauty, harmony. Those are a few things, okay? All right, let's keep moving though. So then on October 16th, we have Jupiter is quintiling Saturn. So Jupiter is a planet of expansion, right? Travel, education, religion, law, politics, big forms of money. It is going to be quintiling Saturn. So Jupiter, we could say, is more of a fiery type of energy, fiery and air, and maybe a little bit of water, depending on who you're talking to, right? But it is going to be quintiling Saturn. So Saturn is more definitely earth energy, more serious, getting things done, responsibilities, restrictions, right? So there could be around October 16th a little bit of some more stern energy as far as those things that are the Jupiter themes. Again, travel, education, religion, politics, law, bigger forms of money or assets. So it just could have more restrictions or responsibilities put around those things. But it does, again, kind of feel like a nice balance here. It's not like a square aspect per se, so it does feel more harmonious since we're talking about all the Libra harmonious balance themes. Okay, let's keep moving though, see what else we have here. So then on October 17th, Juno, which is kind of the planet that talks about partnerships, commitments, you know, even marriages, right? Is the partner kind of element in Juno. It's going to be entering into Earth sign Virgo, okay? So again, bringing possibly more stable, grounded earth type of energy, organizational energy, getting things all lined up, your ducks in a row around possibly some partnership themes, commitment themes, or marriages, okay? And it doesn't always have to just be romantic partnerships or commitments, right? It can be work partnerships, family partnerships, all the things, the friends, etc., okay? All the things that it could talk about here. Excuse me. So then moving forward, we only have a couple left here. On October 21st, we have a first quarter moon. And then on October 22nd, Mercury is going to then be entering into Scorpio a day before Scorpio season starts. A day before Scorpio season starts, yes. So again, when Mercury enters into Scorpio, that is how we communicate, okay? And so it can be now when it's entering into Scorpio that we have this more earth, air energy balancing with water, of course, but also it can be I'm trying to think of the way to say it. Like, again, it just seems like this whole theme throughout October, guys, where we're going to have, when Pluto goes direct, right? Desires, secrets, our needs coming to light, okay? Especially when Mercury enters into Scorpio. That's going to be like the first time Pluto direct, October 10th. Then we've got the added second time would be October 22nd when Mercury enters into Scorpio, okay? So again, I think that's going to be really nice here. And then we just have on the following day, October 23rd, the Sun enters into Scorpio. And then the other key date that I said in the beginning, remember I said throughout the month, October 14th and October 28th are going to be really big key dates, okay? Because that is when we have the new moon and the full moon. Now the first one we said was the new moon solar eclipse in Libra on the 14th. Now on October 28th, towards the end of the month, now we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, okay? So things that we started during the new moon in October or on October 14th, we can maybe see culminating or coming together or at its highest peak towards the end of the month in that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. But this full moon can really talk about relationships, and also how we have, what did I write here? I can't even see. How we have improvements in Taurus themes, okay, as far as relationships, as far as having a peaceful kind of grounded Taurus energy, about enjoying the fruits of our labor, what we worked really hard for. But again, going back to, because this will still be happening during Scorpio season, connecting with our needs and voicing and communicating those needs as well here. But yeah, that is pretty much what I have for you guys in a nutshell for the astrology notes for October. So always feel free to let me know what you think, or if you are feeling a certain way during this time and you see this video later, you're always welcome to comment if you feel guided. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this over here and tune over to kind of the Libra section of the reading. So I just want to look at the time where we're at, about 17.5 minutes or so. So I will put that in the timestamps for later. For again, some people who just want one or the other, or even Scorpio, right? But yes, first of all, let's stop right here, everybody, because I should have said it in the beginning of this video, but it's coming out now. Right, we want to say happy birthday ahead of time to all the sun sign Libras out there. So again, I'm filming this on September 21st, but I wanted to get it out ahead of time before October, just because I'm doing some traveling and going to Renaissance Fair and have some things coming up. So I wanted to make sure that I got these videos out ahead of time. But again, happy birthday, coming up early. Happy early birthday to all the sun sign Libras out there, okay? Whether your birthday is in September or it's in October. All right. So let's see what we have here for you, Libra, for October. I pulled your cards ahead of time just to save some time, all right? But again, I will be posting a photo of all the cards at the end and putting that in the description box below on YouTube or on my Facebook page as well, which you can get to as well. So anyway, let's go ahead here, Libra, and call out your cards and see what we have for you. All right, so we're going to talk about the first four at the top and then kind of go from there, all right? So we have the Prince of Sacred Circles in the right side up position, the Strength card in the reverse position, the King of Swords in the reverse position, and the Two of Cups in the right side up position. All right. So also, when we talk about these first four cards at the top, they can correspond to about a week's time frame or so. So I'll say the dates real quickly right now, and I'll say them again when we're on each card, okay? But the first card can be from around October 1st through the 8th. Second card can be from around October 9th through the 16th. The third card can be from around October 17th through the 23rd or so. And the fourth card can be from around October 24th through October 31st, or maybe even a little bit into the first couple of days of November, right? It's kind of a general guideline as far as the timing goes, all right? But yeah, let's see what we have here for you, Libra. Let's go in order here. So before actually I get into that, I do want to, I forgot to mention the other zodiac signs that I see showing up here in your reading for some people who are curious, okay? So as far as your major arcana goes, you've got Leo energy, Gemini, and Capricorn. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo, a Capricorn, or a Gemini, but you don't have to be, right? Only take what resonates for you. Now, as far as your minor arcana goes, I want to see which one is the most dominant, okay? So you've got 2 Cups cards and 3 Swords cards and a Pentacle or a Sacred Circle, and the rest are major. So it's definitely going to be Swords is the most dominant one here for you, Libra, for October. So Swords can talk about our mental health. Are we thinking clearly or not thinking clearly? Doesn't need to be more balanced, right? That kind of thing. So we'll kind of just put that in the background of our mind, and now we'll go ahead and kind of go through each week kind of in order here. So you start off with some really beautiful energy here, Libra, with the Prince of Sacred Circles, also known as Prince of Pentacles, in the right side up position here in that first week of October, we said, or so. It's not set in stone. We have Earth sign energy here, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Excuse me, one moment. All right, the allergies and having all the windows open has been very nice for fresh air, but then my allergies get mad at me. Okay, anyway, sorry, Libra. So back to your first week, all right? So we've got the Prince of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. And like I said, this is a beautiful way to start your reading off, especially during your season, if, you know, depending on where you have Libra in your chart, or if you're sun sign Libra. But this is really talking about some type of communication or opportunity coming in here for you. Now, it can be a message that you're going to give to someone, or someone's going to give to you, or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, etc., right? But it's medium size, okay? It's not super small, but it's not super big, because it is a prince. He's not a page or a king, okay? This can be related to money, since this is the Pentacle Sacred Circle, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be some type of message or opportunity that is talking about values or being valued more, okay? But we see this Native American man, and he's sitting down with the peace pipe, okay? And there's all the smoke behind him. So it's almost like breaking bread with someone, finding common ground, okay? And because it is, again, breaking bread, finding common ground, communication with somebody, opportunity, something here, it's just really beautiful, right, Libra? And again, great way to start off your reading. Now, if I was to pause your reading right here, and I would be like, when are the best times to accomplish something that I want to accomplish, like within my control, right? I would say for you, Libra, that the first week of October and the last week are looking like the best times to do something. I'm going to close the door. Hold on, guys. Really? Really, guys? Nope. So now you got locked out. Okay. Alright, sorry. The doggies are crazy. Alright, that's usually why I have the music, but sometimes even the little music doesn't help. So, what I was saying here, Libra, was the first week and the last week of October look like the best times to, again, accomplish something within your control, like traveling or manifesting something or setting intentions. Again, something that you can control. It's not that the other weeks are bad per se, but they're not as beneficial to that time frame, okay, or to, not the time frame, to manifesting or working through those things, okay? So if I had to say, it's like the first week and the last week are green lights, And then the second and the third week Libra could be more of like a yellow reddish light. So it's a slowing down of energy for a particular reason. So let's kind of see, what's going on here for you, Libra. So we go from the first week again, Prince of Sacred Circles in the right side up position, to now the Strength card in the reverse position, Leo energy. And we said this could be from around October 9th through the 16th or so. All right, but it looks like either you here, Libra, or someone else, or multiple people, general environment situation, vice versa, etc., is not feeling, not only not feeling not strong, but maybe not feeling in their element, or not feeling super creative or passionate, or not having the courage to do something here. Again, so that's that slowdown of energy or energetic blockage, gentle reminder or challenge with the Strength card in the reverse position. Also, maybe not feeling like being able to manifest something here. But because it follows the Prince of Sacred Circles, it could be that if there is that medium-sized opportunity or communication that comes in, for some of you guys, it could be that it feels like it sets you back a little bit, or sets the other person back, or the general environment, most people, etc. But let's kind of see what's underneath it, because that's where Spirit puts the top and the bottom of each deck to kind of give us more insight. So what we have underneath here is past energy. We got the Lovers in the reverse position and the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, and I like to call them the sponsor cards that made it possible for the Strength card to show up here in the reverse position in the second week. So it could be in the past, and I'm going to come a little closer here for you, Libra, that there was some type of partnership that was not, I'm trying to get out of the sun here, hopefully that's better, okay, that was not balanced, did not have an equal give and take in some way. It could have been a work partnership with friends or family, or a romantic partnership, but it made you or someone else or multiple people feel very emotionally dissatisfied, okay, or not emotionally happy with that Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, it could be that a lot of emotions were held back, or someone was having a hard time processing these emotions because of this lack of equal give and take in the past. It also feels like here, Libra, that it could be a little bit of back and forth, where it's like, if we're talking about romance, but it doesn't have to just be that, right? Apply it to your own situation. If there was a more focus on the physical stuff and the lust side, okay, or just having a good time, whatever that is, and not necessarily checking in with the emotions, that it's like in the past here, someone or something decided to come out of that. They wanted to come out of that, or you even did, or they did for a little bit, but then because the emotions weren't being processed right with this Queen of Cups in the reverse position, somebody wasn't standing tall in their emotions, their emotional fulfillment, boundaries, priorities, what they need, what you need, etc., that it kind of goes back to that Lovers in the reverse position, okay? So it's a little bit of this back and forth type of energy. But let's keep going and see what else we have here for you, Libra, because by the time we get to the third week, there is a little bit of progress, okay, but it is still kind of that yellow reddish light. It's not a green light yet, but you do have it more towards the end of the month, so not to worry too much, right? But there really still feels like there is something confusing you here, okay? So when we get to the third week, or confusing the other person, multiple people, general environment situation. Now we have the King of Swords in the reverse position, okay? So what did I say? We started off with earth energy, then we got fire, now we've got air, okay? A lot of air throughout. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and that's you, right, Libra? But it is also, or depending on where you have Libra in your chart, because there'll be people here that are not just sun sign Libras, but it's like a little bit of a backward step as far as maybe somebody's confidence here, because you have this King of Swords in the reverse position. You started your reading with the Prince of Sacred Circles in the right side of position, so it's like a prince and then a king reverse. So it's like a little bit of maybe going backwards in some way, or leveling down instead of leveling up for some people. But that's because there is this confusion, okay? So let's find out what the confusion is. Again, we're going to go underneath, and these two cards are from the past. They can give us more information. All right, so it could be a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is for you or for them. All right, but we have Four of Swords in the reverse position and the Devil card, Capricorn energy in the right side of position here. So Libra, it's like in the past, you or someone started to say, you know what, I'm going to not hide the things that stress me out. I'm not going to try to control everything or control my own mind, right? Because we said swords is our crown chakra, our mental health. So you or someone in the past decided to come out of that energy, which is good. This, you want to see the Four of Swords in the reverse position. That's a good reversal. But then on the other side in the past, though, Libra, there was still something going on here where something was out of balance as far as someone's addictions. Okay, can be addicted to you know, sex, food, drugs, a mindset, a workaholic, whatever it is. But it's like the animalistic side was out too much. Something was out of balance here. So it's like, even though, again, somebody or something wanted to not bury those things, not try to control when you have this anxiety, worry, overthinking, and try to work through it. But then on the other side, there was like that devil type of energy being like, no, don't do that, right? Just do one of those things that we just mentioned, right? Something being out of balance, too much of a good thing, all right, or even a bad thing, right? But this, you know, feels like that it, of course, is happening for a reason here, Libra, but also because this is past energy, again, this Capricorn energy. So it could be that something happens in the third week that triggers you or someone else, general environment situation, to have more confusion, and then it makes you or them think about the past in some way here. But it is also a healing type of energy coming in here. So what's going on? Since we just did the astrology notes, what is going on in particular in the third week of October? Well, we do have, Juno enters into Virgo. So we're saying partnerships, commitments, marriages, etc. It could be romantic, platonic, friends, family, or even self-love, right? All of different types of things it could be. So when it enters into Virgo, it could be more grounding energy wants to take place within some type of partnership or commitment. But if there was stuff that still needed to be healed from the past, you know, that's going to come out as well with Pluto going direct and with the Scorpio energies, Mercury going to Scorpio towards the end of the month as well, like talking about our needs and voicing those needs, okay? But like I said, then when you get to the end of the month here, Libra, now you have that green light again, okay? So now you have the Two of Cups in the right side up position. So remember, you go from the King of Swords reverse to now this Two of Cups in the right side up position. All right, so now we have the more equal balance, give and take. The cups are right side up, right? And so they're giving each other the same type of energy or effort or respect or whatever it is. Again, it doesn't have to just be romantic. It can be work partnership. friends or family, self-love, all the things, right? But it is highly divinely guided, and they bring out the best in each other. And even if this isn't two people, it could be two parties or two energies. You know, again, just make it, take what makes sense and kind of leave the rest, you know, behind. But this is beautiful here for you, Libra. It feels like, you know, again, someone was really doing their homework here in that second and third week when they had that kind of forced slowdown, or you had that forced slowdown to then get to this Two of Cups and really appreciate it, because you could have maybe not appreciated before if you didn't have this stuff kind of in between it. All right, but let's see what else we have here for you, Libra. So this is your tarot confirmation card that's going to come in and confirm all 4 weeks, all 4 cards we kind of just talked about. And so you have the Six of Swords in the right side up position. And it was kind of sitting on top, right, or towards the end of the reading, the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Swords is movement, okay, it is progress, but it's kind of like a cautious progress or movement here, Libra, because again, it's confirming the whole month of October. And this confirmation card is it can be it is a combination of past and future energy, but it's always up to us, right? We always have free will, and we always have choice. So with the Six of Cups, and I said cups, but it means it's actually swords. Six of Swords, sorry. It could definitely have something to do with Six of Cups, right? Something from the past or something from childhood or nostalgia in some way. But the Six of Swords is progress, but it's still cautious progress, okay? So it's like not trusting something completely, because there could have been this type of betrayal energy before in the past. Betrayal, or also just not trusting, right? And so they call the Six of Swords in this deck the Lord of Earned Success. So, and because it falls, you know, after that Two of Cups, and I said that when you get to that 4th week here, Libra, the Two of Cups, it's like you wouldn't be able to appreciate whatever this partnership is if you hadn't gone through the other things, right? And it can be multiple partnerships, because there's so many different types. We already said that. But, yeah, it's like there can be a healthy cautiousness, right? I guess that's what I would be trying to say. Six of Swords and lots of other decks you would see 3 people on a boat, right? So you've got the ferryman who's directing the boat, and then behind him is 2 people. Okay, it's like, I think it's a woman and a child or whatever it is, right? But they have their backs towards the ferryman. So that's, again, that kind of betrayal or not trusting energy. But if we kind of sit sideways, maybe, instead of sitting with our backs to him, then we can have, again, more of that good conscious, but I was trying to say cautious, but it could be consciously cautious, right? Energy where we don't just trust anybody. We want to trust the right people. We want to trust the actions that we see instead of the words that people say. But we also don't want to block our own abundance if we're just not trusting at all, okay? So it's kind of like trying to find the balance around that, all right? So anyway, Libra, let's also get to your oracle card for this time period, all right? So this is from Rebecca Campbell, Starseed Oracle deck. And when I pulled this one for you, I was like, oh, that's so cute, yay, because again, Libra season. But it says jump in, and we see this person's feet, okay? Looks like they're jumping into a pond or a pool, water, right? But the water is actually the universe, okay? So it says Andromeda Energy Adventure, and it says yes to change. So that's beautiful, Libra. I want to read a little bit from the book here, because it's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case there's anything else that stands out for you here. Let's see. Just pull up this page here. All right, so one of the questions it says, okay, for this deck, it always gives you kind of a question to think about. It says, how can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump on in and leap in? Okay, something to think about. And then it says Andromeda energy. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It is believed that Andromeda star seeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable, they have a strong willingness and an ability to change and to go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right in. Okay, so I'm not going to read all the rest, but that's beautiful, Libra. I like it for you. So always, again, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or if you want to just say hi or any of that good stuff. Again, I will be posting the photo of all your cards here after this live is done in the description box below here on YouTube. But if you're watching this on Facebook, you can also go to type in Malessea's Magic Light on Facebook and you'll see my page. And once this video is posted, the photos will be the first couple of comments that you'll see again after this live is done. All right, but take care, enjoy this time period, Libra. Again, happy early birthday, late birthday, middle birthday, whatever it is, if you're a sun sign Libra. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and kind of switch over and shuffle and do some clearing and get into the Scorpio reading. So I wanna check the time here. Where are we at? We're at about 41 minutes, almost 42 minutes, okay? So I will make a mental note for the timestamps for later. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to Scorpio. All right, we're gonna let the cards rest here with the crystals for a little bit first too. All that good stuff. I think I left my other selenite crystal in the other room, but that's okay. We'll put another, we got other crystals here. It doesn't have to all be selenite crystals, right? Let's see. Well, we can't put the big crystal ball one, but we got some black tourmaline. We got some amethyst. We got some little tiny baby clears quartz. Oh, I can't remember the name of this one. I think it's you know what? I'll come back to it because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Anyway, we got other crystals here is what I'm trying to say. More amethyst. What is this? Carnelian, maybe? A light carnelian? No, that actually, I don't know what that is. Alright, we're going to have to figure out what some of these crystals are because it's been a minute. I'm not the best at crystals, guys. I can definitely admit that. But I'm always learning and I'm willing to learn, okay? But anyway, we're going to just randomly throw the cards in here first before we do the deep shuffling. Just so, again, they're all kind of like on the side where I don't see what they are. Now it's gonna bother me. I'm like, what is the name of that crystal? Well, there's an app where you can take a picture of it. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. What is it, rock identifier? Or you can use Google Lens too. Let's see, I'm gonna try Google Lens first. If I still have it on my phone. No, let's Google Maps. Oh, where's my Google Lens? Let's see. Here we go. Yeah. I want to take a picture. Okay. Yes. No. Why won't it let me do it? No. Allow access. I am. Why isn't it working? Go back. Take a picture. Okay. This was only supposed to take a minute. Alright, there we go. So this says opal, but that's definitely not opal. I think it is it says crystal phase, Czech Republic, Indonesia. Again, you have to have like really good lighting. Let me see if I can do it again. The lighting is pretty bright in here. It's still saying blue opal. Okay, we'll say it's the crystal phase for rays. I don't know. It's like almost like the word crystal, but not. I think because it's the rough form. I don't know if you guys can see it. It has, it's not perfect. Anyway, I don't know why I went on a tangent about that, but maybe somebody needs that one, okay? Or they need to read about it or something. Real quickly, let's find out what this one is. Come on, take a picture. Okay, it says gray jadeite or gray star sapphire. No, that's definitely not it. I think it's jadeite, gray jadeite. We'll go with that. All right. And the last one I want to take a picture of. Let's see. Okay. This one. What? Peach moonstone. No, that's not right. Let me try it this way. Okay, saying gray agate or no, it's not that one. Yellow aventurine, no, I don't think it's that one either. Okay, we'll say it's gray agate or yellow aventurine. I don't know. What do you guys think? It doesn't look yellow enough to me, but I know it's like really hard to see. It does have some yellow in it, but it's more like a kind of subdued yellow. You can see with the lighting here. Alright, anyway, that was our little rock thing. I don't know, that's weird, I never do that. But that's alright. We're going to go ahead and do a little incense and also do a sound bell. Those are great ways to clear the energy of the cards from the previous reading. So I know some people can't and don't want to do smoke stuff. So you can also do sounds and vibrations. And just your intention, of course, as well. Alright, so let's see. I hope everyone's doing well again, wherever you are, whenever you see this, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, all that stuff. Alright, so I'm actually just gonna let the incense do its thing. And now let's do our sound bell, and then we'll go ahead and shuffle and get started here. Get this out of the way. Okay. So again, when we're doing the sound bell, it's a good time to just take a couple of deep breaths, check in with your body, with your guides, all that good stuff. If you want to, you don't have to, of course. But it's also a good way for me to check in with my guides and make sure that I am delivering messages to you guys as clearly as possible in the correct way that they want it to, all that good stuff. So, all right. So this is going to be for Scorpio. So Scorpio, let's go ahead and get into your shuffling here. Alright, Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. Messages for Scorpio. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for their highest truth and vibration. Stay there. Okay. 10 of Cups, try to jump out. That's beautiful though. Alright. Messages for Scorpio for October 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages. Okay, they're not that one. Alright. Messages for Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. 3 more cards only, please. Messages for Scorpio, the Scorpion. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October. What does water sign Scorpio, Scorpion need to see, need to know for October for their highest good? Alright, so we're going to take the top and the bottom as well. Alright, figure those out in a little bit. Until then, we'll keep shuffling. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for the Scorpion, Scorpio, for October 2023. Spirits guide my hands, please. 1 card only, please, for Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. Scorpio. Alright. So, you got 2. We'll see what they want to do, but we're still going to take the top and the bottom. We do have a repeating card already, so we'll talk about that later as well. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. Spirits guide my hands, please. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October 2023. What I need to see to know. 1 card only, please, Spirits. Messages for water sign Scorpio, the Scorpion, for October. Okay. The cards were jumping out towards the end. They're like, ah. I'm like, okay, Scorpio. All right, now let's see. You know, how they want the placements of these cards, all that good stuff. Just move everything over. I'm not sure where these are going to go, but let's see. Let's start here. Spirits and little light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given, and thank you, of course, for listening. Spirits, did you want the Queen of Staves in the reverse position to represent the 4th tarot card for this Scorpio October 2023 reading? Okay, thank you. So they want that there. Spirits, did you want 2 tarot confirmation cards for this Scorpio October 2023 reading? Yeah, alright. Scorpio, it ain't your season yet, okay? I'm just kidding. Alright, let's see here, Scorpio. Spirits, did you want the 6 of Cups in the reverse position to represent what's on bottom of this Hermaic Tarot deck for this Scorpio October 2023 reading? Okay. And Spirits, did you want the 9 of Staves in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Scorpio October reading? Okay. Now let's see. These could either go here or here. It feels more here. Let's see. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the 9 of Staves in the reverse position and the 4 of Staves in the right side up position when I talk about the Lovers in the right side up position? Yeah, okay. So they want those there. Let's see, this one maybe here. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position and the 6 of Cups in the reverse position when I talk about the Queen of Staves in the reverse position? Alright, so they want the there. And so we're going to take our picture and then get started. Alright. Just gonna stand up for a second because sometimes you get the glare on the cards and that's not very helpful. Okay. So now let's check what time it is as well. We're at almost, is that 60 minutes, an hour, something like that, if I can see correctly. I think so. All right, just for the timestamps for later, so I'll figure it out close enough. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we got here. You do have a repeating card, like I said, so that's interesting. That's when Spirit has a particular message for you that they really want to say twice. All right, so we'll get into that later. But yeah, this is a general reading, right? And it's for multiple people for the month of October. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, could cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, love, money. I'm probably repeating myself. Anyway, all those things, again, take it how it may resonate for you. But we're going to start with your first 4 cards here, Scorpio, at the top, and then kind of break it down and go from there. So I want to call out your cards first. So you have the Lovers in the right side up position, the 7 of Sacred Circles in the right side up position, the Emperor in the right side up position, and the Queen of Staves in the reverse position. All right. Scorpio, we're going to talk about also the potential time frames when some of these things may occur. So each one of these 4 cards at the top can correspond to like a week's time frame or so throughout October. So I'll say the dates again, they're not super important, just a guideline. So I'll say them real quickly right now. The first card can be from around October 1st through the 8th or 9th. I think I wrote 9th. No, the 8th. Okay, and the second card is October 9th through the 16th or so. Third card is October 17th through the 23rd. And the fourth card can be from around October 24th through the 31st, or maybe even into the first couple of days of November. All right. Yes, so Scorpio, you have, as far as the major arcana goes, that is your repeating card. Okay, so you've got Gemini energy twice. So Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to be. Or you have a lot of Gemini in your chart, or the other person does, multiple people, etc. Or it could even be referencing Gemini season of this year, of last year, or even next year. Or again, it doesn't have to mean anything to you. Now, as far as your minor arcana goes, well, you've got 3 Wands cards or staves. You've got 2 Pentacles, 1 Cup, and the rest are your major arcanas. Okay, so oh wait, also you have the Chariot over here too, Scorpio. So it could be either Gemini or Cancer that you're dealing with, or referencing Gemini or Cancer somewhere in your chart, or the seasons. Okay, something like that. I forgot we had that extra card for you for the tarot confirmation, because usually I only take 1, but Scorpio, 2 came out for you, so there you go. But yeah, going back to having all of these wands, right? I said it was wands, right? Yeah, so wands can talk about our health or our physical body. So asking questions like, is it in a good place, a not so good place? How do I get it more balanced? How do I, yeah, kind of just work on my physical body. So that could be something that's like in the background or underneath your reading here. All right, but let's kind of go in order though, Scorpio, and see what we got for you. All right, so your first card in particular can be picking up energy from the recent past that's still kind of trickling in, but whatever it is, it's a very nice energy here, Scorpio, with the Lovers in the right side up position, Gemini energy. All right, so this is talking about some type of nice equal give and take. Okay, it can be talking about a good partnership, whether romantic, platonic, with friends, family, or even self-love. But it is, how do you say, a very youthful type of energy as well. And just something can be feeling not only like passionate, But well, because it's Gemini too, it makes me think of like fast moving air energy. So yeah, maybe it's like passion, but like passion with communicating within this partnership, whatever it is. But it feels really nice. Okay, so even though this is a good energy, let's say that we're starting off your reading here with Scorpio, it's also like, let's see what led to it, like who did and where was the homework done in the past, let's say. Okay, so we're going to look at the 2 cards underneath it. We got 9 of staves in the reverse position and 4 of staves in the right side up position in the past. These are the sponsored cards that made it possible for the lovers to show up in the right side up position here for you. So it looks like in the past somebody decided, you know what, I'm not going to be burnt out anymore. I'm going to take the rest that I need, and I'm going to, yeah, take the rest that I need. Okay, so it looks like somebody did that here in the past. And again, because we're talking about wands or staves, can be the physical body. All right, so getting the physical rest that someone needed, not being in a burnout mode anymore. Someone in the past decided to let that go and focus more on their health in some way, or just, even if it's not health per se, it could be getting more fired up or passionate in their body, exercising. I guess that's still health, but I don't know, just feeling good in the body. Okay, we'll just leave it there. So then on the other side, with the 4 of staves in the right side up position, this can talk about unions in the past, because this is past energy, around some type of vulnerability or comfortability. Okay, so with this 4 of staves in the right side up position, okay, we see these 2 Egyptian people at a party, but they feel like they're the only people in the room. We don't know if there's other people in the room. So that's that vulnerability, that comfortability, that celebratory type of energy. So this all kind of led again to this Lovers card in the right side up position here, Scorpio, in your first week. Okay, so I also want to say with the 4 of staves real quickly that if this was an actual celebration or party or parties that you went to, or someone else went to, general environment situation in the past went to, you could have seen someone else that inspired you to, or inspired them, etc., vice versa, to be more vulnerable, to be more comfortable, to have these unions coming together here. So again, whether it's romantic or work unions or partnerships, or with friends or family, or even self-love. Okay, it's beautiful, Scorpio. All right. Now if we were to pause your reading right here though and see like when was the best times to accomplish certain things versus other times throughout the month of October, I would say you really have well, like 3 or 2 green lights here. Okay, so 2 I would say is in the first week and the 3rd week. These are definitely green lights to accomplish something within your control, like travel and manifesting something in particular. The 2nd week is not necessarily not a green light, but it's more of like a planning and restocking, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's like, because it's in between the 2 green lights, right? It's like almost, okay, we had the green light, so now we got to stop and get a little more gas for the car, so then we can go again. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, the 4th week isn't horrible either, but it is like a slowdown of energy, and it's a completely kind of different thing going on here. Okay, and we'll talk about that when we get there, because it could have something to do with that October full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus towards the end of the month. But still good stuff that follows it too, so nothing to worry about too much here, right? I never like to make people worry in that way. But yeah, let's see what we have here for you in the 2nd week, Scorpio. We go from the Lovers in the right side up position in the 1st week again to now the 7 of Pentacles, or 7 of Sacred Circles. Okay, so this is that planning type of energy. It's a stopping and it's a stopping energy and reevaluating, reevaluating, taking stock of what has already happened and what still needs to be done. So here we see, excuse me, this kind of Thanksgiving like spread here. And so it's like, okay, this is the food that we've started to store for the winter. And then this is the food we're going to eat right now. And this is what we still need for the winter, right? So this could have something to do with finances, but it doesn't have to be, because it is a Pentacles or Sacred Circles card. So it could be like, what do I need to save financially? What do I need to spend financially? All those things. If it's not finances, it could be values, right? So, how am I being valued? How am I valuing others? Vice versa, etc. As far as effort and time putting into something, okay? But again, I see it as a green light, but it's more of a slowed down green light in between your other two green lights here, Scorpio. All right. Now, when we get to the third week, all right, we've got Aries energy here. So we started off with Gemini, air sign energy. Then we have earth sign energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Then we get to the third week and we have more fire energy. All right, and you had a lot of fire energy in the past here too, and coming up in the future. But, oh yeah, why didn't I say this? You have, oh my God. I mean, it's all divine timing, right? It's not that big of a deal. But in the beginning of the reading, I was like, oh, you just got Gemini energy. And then I was like, oh yeah, you also got Cancer energy over here with your major arcanas. You also have Aries energy with the Emperor. I don't know what I was looking at. Okay. Scorpio. So again, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Aries, or a Cancer, or it's a lot of those things in your chart or someone's chart, or referencing one of those seasons of this year, of last year, next year, or it means nothing at all. But I don't know why I skipped past that. Probably because I was just picking up all the energy from the reading and trying to process the messages coming through. But yeah, so you've got here, Scorpio, two major arcanas in your future, current, present energies. And then you have two that are kind of in the past and the future. Okay, so that definitely talks about a lot of changes happening kind of back to back. Okay, so the more major arcanas you see throughout a reading, the more changes are happening. Okay, so by the time though we get to this third week, and again I'll show you, the second week again was that 7 of Sacred Circles, and then the third week, the Emperor energy, we said could be from around October 17th through the 23rd or so. All right, is this really confident energy, this beautiful leadership energy, and you know what, completely makes sense, Scorpio. It's in the astrology notes, and then it's also in the cards. It's crazy because if you saw me shuffle, I didn't pick this out, right? So Mercury enters into Scorpio on October 22nd, so kind of around that time frame that we said already. So, but there was something with Aries, wasn't there? Oh, yes, back up here too. So it could have been, it's throughout the whole month, right? Because this is Scorpio reading, right? So depending on where you have Scorpio in your chart. So not just sun sign Scorpios, but you have back here, Mars is entering Scorpio on October 12th. Okay, so Mars is the ruler of Aries. This is the official card for Aries, right? And then it's saying also that Mercury also enters into Scorpio on the 22nd of October. So it's like we're going to start communicating like a Scorpio, right? But also we're going to have the higher vibrational frequencies, hopefully. That's what we're going to focus on as far as the Mars Aries energy. So being a leader, being an entrepreneur, a go-getter, making things happen, getting things done, right? Like this Emperor here. So as long as it doesn't necessarily go into the anger, frustrations, and fighting side, then you're good, right? But Scorpio is about secrets coming out throughout the whole month of October that we were talking about with the Libra energy and then the Scorpio energy, and Pluto going direct and kind of voicing our needs and being clear about those things, okay? So when this shows up here for you, Scorpio, in the third week, it just feels like you kind of naturally on your throne, naturally like just being a boss bitch or a boss dude or a boss in general, regardless of gender or whatever the phrases are, right? Because it's just this really, really cool energy here for you, Scorpio. And it's like, it makes sense too if you look at the one that came before it, because it's like, if I know and I'm planning, I know what I need to spend as far as what I spend my money on and when, where, and what I'm saving, and I'm planning for the future, then yeah, I am going to be almost feeling like, you know, I got this, okay? Or I'm going to be supported by other people that help me feel like I got this too, right? It doesn't necessarily just have to be you, Scorpio. There could be a masculine, divine, masculine energy that's around that wants to embody these things for you. And it doesn't just have to be a man, right? It could be, regardless of gender, somebody that displays a lot of masculine energy. And positive masculine energy, the higher vibrational masculine energy, okay? It could be like somebody in authority though, like it could be not necessarily a judge for everybody or a police officer, but it's like somebody, trying to think of the way to describe, yeah, someone in authority, but also somebody that has the ability to work within a team and have, like, again, it's kind of secret knowledge, right? So that's you, Scorpio, right? The moon card energy, Pisces a little bit, but Scorpio too, of that occult knowledge or that secret knowledge that not everybody always has. I feel that here too. But let's keep going because we got a lot to talk about. All right, so Scorpio, I'm excited for you though. That's why I get distracted sometimes, because I'm like, oh my God. So now we move into the fourth week here, Scorpio, which we said could be from around October 24th through the 31st or so, or even the first couple of days of November. And we have the Queen of Staves in the reverse position. All right. So Queen of Wands in the reverse position is also what she's called in other decks, okay? We have fire energy again. So, yeah, this is that slowdown energy where you had all the green lights and the orange and the green lights, and now it's like, okay, let's now you have to stop, okay? Or something has to stop or slow down to figure what's going on here, or process something or heal something, right? So with this Queen of Staves in the reverse position, it could be also, not to like scare anyone because that's not my vibe, right? But we're talking about staves or wands or health. It could be like we really do need to slow down in our body and get some type of rest here, or somebody does, or the general environment situation. Again, not something scary, but just to like really check in there. It could also be because you go from an emperor, masculine, divine masculine energy, to then a queen in the reverse. So it could be also saying here, Scorpio, that it's great to have all this divine masculine energy, but we have to have a balance, right? We have to have yin and yang, light and dark, give and take, all that stuff. So where is the divine feminine energy? Maybe she's not showing up as much because, again, somebody needs rest in the physical body. Perhaps someone is not feeling as confident as they normally would, again, because they need more rest. Let's figure out why, right? So we're gonna go underneath here, Scorpio, and get these two cards from the past to give us more insight. So we got 8 of Pentacles right side up and the 6 of Cups in the reverse position. And these cards made it possible for this one to show up here in the future, current, present energies over here. So with the 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position in the past, somebody here, Scorpio, yourself or someone else, was really busy working at something. 8 of Pentacles is a busy energy. Okay, it could be working a lot, could be not only working a lot, but making a lot of money or feeling more abundant in the past in some way. with the Six of Cups in the reverse position, even though there was a lot of work and more money in the past in some way, there still could have been, well, it could go two different ways here, Scorpio. It could be like Six of Cups reversed, like somebody's coming out of a childhood nostalgic, everything is always green and happy and all that stuff, and someone's now coming into a more, or they will be coming into a more adult viewpoint of there's positive and negative, there's the green grass, and then there's also the grass that goes into the winter time, right? The brown grass or whatever. What's up with me and the colors today? I don't know. But it could also be here, Scorpio, that there was something from the past in general that was emotionally dissatisfying, that hurt emotionally. And even though in the past, perhaps in some way, you or someone else was able to keep busy and do the work and make the money and all that stuff to kind of distract maybe from a little bit of this pain in the past, that it's like if you don't take that rest, it could catch up with you, right? And could make worse health. But it's just really also your confidence and your divine feminine energy wanting to come through. So I really just feel like it's just saying get some kind of rest here, okay? Especially if you had all these green lights, now your car, because we keep talking about lights and cars, now your car needs to like just slow down for a minute and just, you know, not burn all the gas right away. So it's like green, 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 yellow, green, green. Okay, now let's stop for a minute, right? So I don't think that that's a bad thing. Now, if it is the first thing I mentioned here too, Scorpio, it could be that if somebody's coming out of some type of childhood naivete and they're becoming more adults as far as their emotions, right? Because we're talking about Six of Cups reversed. If they're just going to start becoming more emotionally mature in some way, that would also be emitting maybe when we do need that rest, or we do need that more divine feminine energy, or we do also want to be a boss, to boss up, right? Because normally if this was right side up, Scorpio, you would have two bosses right by each other, right? I mean, they're not the same names in the tarot, but they're still a king and queen, or they would be normally. So because you had, again, I said a lot of major arcanas throughout your reading, 2 in the future, current, present energies, and 2 in the future, current, and past energies, it's like don't be scared of success too in another way for some Scorpios. Don't be afraid to level up in one area of your life or multiple areas of your life, okay? Yeah, so now let's keep going because again, you can stay there forever. We're going to talk about your tarot confirmation cards here, Scorpio. So these 2 cards, you got 2 this time, usually only take 1, is going to come in here and confirm all 4 weeks, all 4 cards that we just kind of talked about. So here you have the Lovers again, that's your repeating card, and you have the Chariot in the right side up position. And I'm going to put the Chariot down for a minute so we can just talk about the Lovers. Okay, again, Gemini energy. So you have the Lovers as your first card, Scorpio, and now you also have the Lovers again as your first tarot confirmation card. So one is future, current energies, and one is both half past and future. So it's kind of confirming here, Scorpio, for me, the way that I would read it is that like there are multiple partnerships that want to help you slay the dragon. Okay, they want to help you. They call the Lovers in this other Hermetic deck the children of the voice divine, right? And you see this woman who's chained up, and the guy is freeing her and getting her away from the evil dragon or whatever, right? So somebody here, or multiple people, or energies, if it's not necessarily people, right? Could be ancestors, to spirit guides, etc. Your spiritual team, somebody, something. They want to help you here, Scorpio, and they want to help you feel more free, right? So again, slay the dragon, that kind of thing, okay? Because it's your tarot confirmation card too, though, you know, that is, if you saw me shuffle, right, like I didn't pick those cards, that's spirit coming in and saying too, pay closer attention to this card, this energy. So you can do your own research and look up what the Lovers means in general and see what it might mean for you as well. Always encourage everybody to do their own research and stuff. When it's also following your last card, the Queen of Staves in the reverse position here, Scorpio, it could also be that it's like to take the rest that we need to get the divine feminine energy back up, or the confidence back up, or leveling up, or being okay with success and all that stuff. It's like, what do you do within your support system? Again, Lovers, literally the Lovers card. Work partnerships, friends, family, self-love, etc. What do you do to make yourself feel more free? That's going to help you too. If it's not just like physically, like I need more rest, right? It could be something more in the mind, or just taking the time to enjoy. Because this second and third week in October does feel like a lot of busy type of energy. And if you were working a lot in the past too with the Eight of Pentacles back here, it's like maybe just getting that freedom to play a little bit more, okay? Because there's going to be more green lights. So it's like, take the rest, slow down, find the freedom to play a little bit. Because then right after that, remember how I said you had two confirmation cards? You also have the Chariot here, Scorpio. Cancer energy. So when the Chariot comes in here and it confirms all four cards, all 4 weeks that we're talking about, the month of October, it could be saying that travel is coming up for you, okay? It could be saying that there's something going on with your actual vehicle or vehicles. Doesn't have to be. Or it could just be talking about in general, there's this forward momentum and speed and another green light coming up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but that's kind of what I'm getting here for you, Scorpio. Now, let's look at your Oracle card as well before you go. So this one is really pretty. There's this woman in space, and we just see her face and all these planets and the galaxy all around her. But the name of the card is called Double Vision. I'm sorry, Double Mission. Okay, maybe it's Double Vision for somebody, or I just can't read, or yeah, it's Double Mission. All right, but it says Light Worker Starseed. It says serve the world by being you. I'm going to just show you the card. It's really pretty. So double mission, right? So doing the mission that you were meant here to do on this earth in this body, but also doing it as yourself, right? Can help other people. Let's see real quickly what else it has to say. It's kind of self-explanatory, but sometimes I like to just see the way that they would say it versus the way I would say it. All right. But yeah, it says, how can you serve the world by being you? It says light worker starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and that there's something they came here to do, create, or to contribute. They're here to grow as souls individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective vision, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. It's common for lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a big, great thing or decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you have to do is work out what lights you up, what are your passions and your joys, and keep doing that. Yeah, so it was kind of what I was feeling or trying to say when I was talking about your Lover's card that showed up here in the second time. You know, breaking free of the chains here, Scorpio, and finding what gives you freedom. That's kind of the same thing, okay? So interesting. All right, so I'm excited for you, Scorpio, and please again feel free to comment or, you know, let me know how things are going if you feel guided, either publicly or privately, whatever. And yeah, let me know how these things play out here for you, Scorpio. But it looks good, okay? So also, before you go, I did take, wait, did I take your picture? Let me double check I took your picture. I think I did, but oh my goodness, let me make sure I took it. I know I took Libras. Yes, I have you, Scorpio. Okay. So I will be uploading the one photo here of all your cards in a few minutes if you want to check that out. All you have to do is click in the description box below here on YouTube, and there'll be instructions on how to get there. It's just on my Facebook page if you're on Facebook, or you can just go to Facebook too and type in Malessea's Magic Light. And then when you find my page, and once you see this video posted there, it'll be the first couple of comments will be the photos for each Libra and for Scorpio. Alright, so thank you guys so much as always for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. They're all great free ways to support the channel here if you feel guided. So I'm gonna take a break, and then when I will be coming back with Sagittarius and Capricorn, hopefully a little bit later. Alright guys, take care. See you later. Bye.